Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. In this video I am going to show you how to run an HDMI capable device on this old RCA TV. So before we get started, this is a mid-90s RCA TV that I had gotten, and if I turn it around here, as you can see there, as you saw in the video, the short, that this is a UHF to coaxial adapter. This TV does not have any inputs whatsoever. So, I got a device that can make HDMI devices, and it converts the signal to coaxial. So basically, when way back when gaming consoles first started coming out, you had to have an RF switch. Later, they had composite cables. Well, not everybody had TVs that had composite inputs, so what you had to do was get an RF switch modulator, which takes the signal from the composite cable and converts it over to the RF signal. So, let me turn this back around, and yes, this TV actually works. It's an old CRT, so that's why it fades on and off. Turn that down. Now, the reason you're hearing that static is there's nothing going in to the TV. A lot of video games, when you would turn them off, would do the same thing. So I'm going to leave it on for a little bit here. So in this box is a device that will let you run an HDMI device such as a Roku, which is what I'm going to show you here, to this. So if I open this box up, you get a remote, you get this device right here, and this device is really, really small. It is an HDMI to RF analog TV transmitter. It's like an RF switch modulation. So HDMI in, coaxial, this is power right here, and coaxial out. So to get started, and this is the AC adapter, obviously. So to get started, I'm going to take my coax cable here, and I am going to do this. Just like this. There we go. So now I have my HDMI cable, and that goes in right here. Now I got to plug it in. There we go. I'm going to keep that down here. And I'm going to be running my Roku through it. There we go. So as you see, there is a light on there. I'll disconnect it and hook it back up. Alright, so it's looking for a signal. That's why it changed, the LED changed colors. So now what I'm going to do is disconnect my Roku from my TV, and I'm going to put that right here so that way you can see what I'm actually doing. So I'll grab the HDMI cable, plug it into my Roku, and I'm going to plug the other end, which I just did, into this box. So now I gotta go to channel 3. So there we go. So this is an RF switch modulation, and this is the remote. It has a battery. This is the tab. There we go. So the remote now works, and it has VGA SA zoom system. There we go. So, there we go. All right, it's picking up static. There we go. So it is working. So I gotta figure out if my Roku is going to boot into it. So we're going to plug it in. There we go. Okay. So it does work. This TV's a little wonky, so all right, so the Roku is working. That's the scan. So it is working, which is good. So I just have to figure out how to make it clear. All right, so I figured out how this works. If I push SYS, there we go. So it's NTSC, and now I can go into menu. I could adjust everything. And I shouldn't have touched that. Okay. So I'm going to reboot this thing. Hopefully it doesn't save. There we go. Alright, so if I go to assist, there we go. I just changed the channel on the TV and it worked. So now what I could do is, I'm going to turn it up. Actually, the picture is actually really good for what it is. So I'm going to use the Roku remote. I'm going to add network to it. And I'm going to go to Spectrum. There we go. It works. It does take some adjustment. It's going to take a little bit of adjustment to make it totally work, but it totally works. I'll have a link in the description of the video. This was $37 USD. So, and this works. So, for a really old TV, this is actually really, really good, and it actually works quite well. So, to show you, I'm in the menu and I'm adjusting the horizontal size so that way it fits onto the screen. There we go. So NTSC, which is what I need. There we go. And just like that, you have an HDMI device running on an old TV. So anyway, with that said, that is it for this video. Please comment, like, subscribe, and click that bell for more notifications.